gone into the half-back line along with Donald Flynn. So.
Yeah, changes galore. Referee is throwing in the ball and away we go. The game gets underway. It's Laois who are playing from left to right in the opening half, immediately working the ball down here to the full forward. Evan O'Carroll has it. Evan O'Carroll with the diagonal ball. A dangerous run across the face of the Leitrim goal. They're going to keep it in play here. The Leishman and a great opportunity of the opening score, and the ball has been kicked.
A missed kick, in fairness, if we're being honest, there by Evan O'Carroll, and the ball landed up in the arms of Adam Reynolds, but went through his hands, unfortunately.
And Laois have won the Leitrim kick out. Indeed, they've won it straight to the middle of the field. It landed straight to a Laois man. Now Evan O'Carroll in possession, switches.
Look at this kick.
Could well be. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to strike it off the right boot. In it goes as Paul Kingston is the centre half forward. It certainly is Paul Kingston, and he is
more or less promoted after today. Yeah, absolutely.
So the table very tight at the moment, but Leitrim now very much playing second fiddle here in the opening couple of minutes. Nevin O'Donnell has taken the kick out again, a huge one past halfway, but again it's won there by Kieran Lillis. The Leishman has won two of those. Leitrim going long with their kick out so far, but Leitrim are picking up a lot of that primary possession in the middle of the field as a result of that. Lillis now plays the ball down towards the corner forward. Owen Lowry is out to get this one ahead there of the Leitrim marker, who's Conor Reynolds. Lowry turns, plays a diagonal ball in there. Mark Diffley has to be alert. Out it comes, and it's fit
on our kickouts. So I mean, we really need to get some clean possession in the middle of the park. Leitrim haven't really settled into this game just yet. Now
O'Donnell has gone to this side of the field, gone to the stand side of the field. This time Paddy Maguire got a little bit of a nudge, but still got a hand to the ball. And now Leitrim have it with Pierce Dolan attacking along right in front of the main stand here. Pierce Dolan plays the ball more centrally in there towards Darren Rooney. Darren Rooney to Paddy Maguire on the opposition 45-metre line. The right footed ball down inside to the forward line. Well
there by Leitrim now, and that is
Donald Rinn onto the left boot, and he kicks the ball in and over.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a breaking ball, which is encouraging as well. But there, Laois are.
When the wing back for Laois was looking to take a forward mark 45 metres out from his own goal there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, you know. Well, he would have been entitled once across the 45-metre line.
But I think he was just inside, was he, Martin?
Yeah, he was. I thought he just had a foot inside. The referee certainly didn't blow the whistle.
No, didn't blow the whistle, and that's why we're having a little bit of a giggle. But in any case, it's Laois who have possession. Kevin Swanee attacking again along this near side of the field for them. Plays the ball back inside there. An impressive start here by the O'Moore County. Mark Timmins in possession for them. Remember, they go to Waterford next week. That's a game you'll be banking on Laois getting 2 more points on here in the Allianz League campaign. Leitrim trying to win it back. It's going to be for Leitrim. Mark Plunkett in a hurry to take it. Succeeds in doing so and gets the ball back to Pierce Dolan. Pierce Dolan breaking inside the 45-metre line at speed now. Leitrim beginning to settle into the game. The ball is played here to Darren Rooney inside the 45 as well. Kicks the ball down towards the direction there of Evan Sweeney, who was going in there to try and get it, but the ball has been won there by the Laois defence again. There are a number of players back dealing with it, and they're working the ball quickly through the channels now as they bring it out with Patrick O'Sullivan way over on the far side of the field. Ball kicked down now towards Mick Barry. Mick Barry has it. He's about 65. He's almost gone back into the halfway line now at this stage, coming in more central, and he's going to kick the ball down, bypass his own Lowry in the full forward line. Race develops for Evan O'Carroll, the Laois full forward, who goes in there with Mark Diffley. Well won by Mark Diffley, been clearly fouled, and the St Mary's man has won that duel and wins a free and sets Leitrim on their way. They're on the attack here again. Ball played down, a poor ball played right.
A few words to say.
Never short of a few words. He's got a kind of a hoodie on him and the two hands in the pocket there. He's like a fella you'd see out and about maybe for a leisurely walk on a Sunday, but a great turnover here by the Leitrim team. Paddy Maguire in possession, plays it back to Evan Sweeney, who's gone way deep here now at this stage. Now they're moving the ball with a little bit more fluency, Leitrim. Pierce Dolan bringing it up to almost towards the opposition 45-metre line. Sweeney has it again, goes across there towards the old stand side of the field, plays the ball in outside him once more. Possibilities here now for Leitrim as Darren Rooney has possession, close to the 21-metre line into Keith Byrne. He started the game at centre half forward. He's now on the opposition 14, cuts back out to the 21 and gives the ball to Rooney again, who in turn plays it all the way back here to Conor Reynolds. Now it's played inside to Pierce Dolan. Dolan immediately switches it over towards this near side. Into the mix comes Shane Quinn now from Mohill. Shane Quinn plays it down towards the corner forward. Aidan Flynn has got the opportunity, and goes the shot from Aidan Flynn.
The last couple of minutes they've been the dominant team, and they just need to make that count. There's a good kick out again, landed to the wing back right on the 45-metre line.
Right on the 45-metre line, and he took it very well. Remember, Laois at the moment third place in the table, Leitrim in fourth place. The ball has gone down to Evan O'Carroll. Mark Diffley is in hot pursuit over on the far side of the field, and Carroll cuts inside him rather easily, looks to do it again, gets it onto the right foot, but a great diving block by Mark Diffley. Wonderful full back play there to cut that one out, and Leitrim moving nicely again now. Donald Flynn bringing the ball forward. It comes inside here again towards the direction of Darren Rooney. Darragh Rooney down it goes to Keith Byrne, almost in the middle of the field. Offloads the ball quickly. Interesting to see the way Leitrim are deploying Keith Byrne in this game. He has it again here now as he approaches the opposition 45-metre line. Good delivery down towards Donal Rinn, goes to his knees, can't get the ball. Evan Sweeney is down now at the opposition 14-metre line, and the free has been conceded by Leitrim, and it's a free out for Laois, taken quickly. Ball played game played, I should say, at a good pace here. Almost 8 minutes for concurrence.
Yeah, it was a hand straight into the face, in fairness. Owen Lowry took that, or I think it was the number 5 took that ball, Sean O'Flynn, and just put his hand straight into Shane Quinn's face and give the turnover. And Leitrim now on the attack with an opportunity of a score here.
Opportunity of a score here again for them. Mark Plunkett is the man who is trying to bring it forward again. They're going to get the shot away from the far side of the field. It goes almost diagonally across the 14-metre line there. Big scrum brought to you by McManus Pharmacies, New Line and Manor Hamilton. Laois playing from left to right here in the opening half of the field. Once again, just to remind you there from them, the Rosebank shopping centre there in the background. There's the side that Laois are defending here in the opening half of the field, or the opening half of the game, playing in that half of the field. Ball kicked down over towards this near side of the field. Coming in there for Laois is Sean O'Flynn. Sean O'Flynn on his bike and making progress now. Plays it down here to Kevin Swaney. Swaney eventually gets his pass outside him there to the corner forward, and Mark Barry, who's gone way out. Mark Barry been put under some pressure here by Conor Reynolds, a good cornerback, following him up in the field, making sure life is difficult for him. Laois trying to work the ball through the channels. Leitrim putting on a high press. Keith Byrne was looking to get the tackle in there. Back to Sean O'Flynn. Comes possession once again. Sean O'Flynn over there to Robert Piggott. Piggott now about to move it and play
there that were sort of off the ball that there was no need for.
Almost 10 minutes played in the opening half. Paul Kingston gives this one plenty of height, plenty of distance. Is the accuracy there? It is. Laois Martin would it be in the opening half?
Yeah, no, it's definitely favouring Laois, all right, you'd have to say now, in fairness. So Leitrim went short that time with the kick out and, of course, took possession of the ball. So that was well done, Shane Quinn.
Yeah, Shane Quinn doing well to rectify a dangerous situation in the middle of the field as they almost lost possession, but he did well, and he plays it there to Darragh Rooney. Darragh Rooney is 45 metres out from the Laois goal. Quickly transfers the ball inside of Donal Flynn is the man who was going to bring it forward. Offloads the ball very quickly here towards the direction of Mark Plunkett. There goes a huge effort from
35 metres out in space, kicked that ball nonchalantly over the bar, forcing Laois to go long this time, but Laois again, that's the number 5 again.
He's making
Sean
a lot
O'Flynn.
of catches. Sean O'Flynn, he's a great outlet for them there in the middle of the field. Their full forward Evan O'Carroll is dropped deep to make a little bit of space. Played the diagonal ball in towards Owen Lowry, who tries to play it soccer style now. The pitch is heavy down there. You can clearly see it at the minute. Ball comes back out here to Patrick O'Sullivan, looking to take the return. Laois have it inside the Leitrim D. An opportunity here of a score from the corner forward, who's Owen Lowry. And
enough possession, but they have to just, when they get the opportunities, they have to be a little bit more economical in front of the goals.
Nevin O'Donnell has gone along with the kick out again. Smack bang down the middle it goes, and a breaking ball, and Paddy Maguire gets the breaking ball for Leitrim. They're getting a lot of secondary possession. It's gone towards Evan Sweeney. Evan Sweeney having a right old battle there with his marker Sean Green. Evan Sweeney takes him on, he skins him. Evan Sweeney is on the way inside. Still Evan Sweeney gives the ball to Keith Byrne. Goal! Keith Byrne to the back of the net. Evan Sweeney won the ball, skinned his marker and played the ball to Keith Byrne, who finishes it to the back of the net. It's game on.
Oh, it's game on, surely. What a great piece of play by Evan Sweeney on the far side of the field. Read the ball was going to go out wide, then had the ability to take on his man, sold him a dummy actually, and showed a little bit of a turn of pace, and Evan will be one of the older players in the team, but just goes to show what good shape he keeps himself. And he drew the defender just at the right time,
He burned him for pace.
But he drew the other defender at the right time and slipped the ball to Keith, who was coming in off the shoulder on that. And a badly needed score for Leitrim, but now it puts Laois on the back foot here.
Leitrim 1 goal and 2 points, Laois 4 points. Leitrim lead for the opening time of the game. Aidan Flynn has got possession. He plays it to Paddy Maguire. He's on his bike again, but just difficult to try and control the ball there on the heavy surface, and Paddy has gone in very eager to win it back, and Leitrim have it back there, and there's possibilities here for Darragh Rooney. Darragh Rooney up to the opposition 21-metre line. You can see the pitch cutting up. Darragh Rooney kicks the ball inside there towards the direction as the Donal Rinn. It is Donal Rinn plays it back outside him. Sweeney's there again. Opportunity, swings around, gets it on the left. He was falling as he got the shot.
Great score.
Brilliant score from Evan Sweeney and the lead.
Evan Sweeney, and Evan under a lot of pressure off his right foot. Great score.
Made the goal and now scored a point. He's one of those players who's having a big impact there in the forward line at the minute. Leitrim 1 goal and 3, Laois 4 points. Our coverage here on Sunday Sport brought to you by McManus Pharmacies, New Line and Manor Hamilton. Laois on the attack again, a dangerous ball down towards the direction of their full forward Evan O'Carroll and Mark Diffley. I think he fouled Mark Diffley, and that's going to be a free out for Leitrim. Well spotted.
Mark got out in front of his man. In fairness, he used his power to get out in front of him now. Nevin would want to be careful there now. He's just played his man into a little bit of bother, but anyways, Leitrim have got out of it again now.
Nevin O'Donnell, one of these new goalkeepers, very comfortable, of course, playing out the field and playing in goals for Leitrim today, but looks very comfortable as he was coming out, as he gives the ball eventually to Paul Keeney. Keeney switches it across to the far side. Leitrim 45 metres out from their own goal as Conor Reynolds takes off. He's like one of the winners in Cheltenham. He's got some open ground in front of him. He's 45 metres out now from the Laois goal. Plays the ball back there to Pierce Dolan once again. Dolan cuts inside. Still Pierce Dolan heading towards the opposition 21. Onto the 14. Inside the 14. What a run by Pierce Dolan. Has he got any options? He's running out of runway. Turns. Gets the ball back to Dara Rooney. Rooney has it between the 14-metre line and the end line. Eventually the ball is kicked all the way back across here towards Mark Plunkett once again for Leitrim. Plunkett inside there towards Conor Reynolds. through the channels again, and Donald Flynn comes on to take it here on the edge of the full good sprinkling of spectators over on the far side of the field as well, as Keith Byrne looks to line up this free. He'll kick it from just at the edge of the D. He'll kick it off the left and go. It's from Keith Byrne.
Leitrim are pushing up on the kick out now, and we've seen Laois run into a few problems when Leitrim pushed up on the kick out, and they're looking at straight away. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, they're pushing up on it, and Andy Moore is encouraging them to do that in every opportunity. Again, Leitrim have it here. Ball brought forward by Mark Plunkett once again. Plays it in there for the chasing Donald Flynn to go after. Donald Flynn has it inside on the 14-metre line, kicks it all the way back to Keith Byrne, who has the ball on the 21. Three Laois men simultaneously arrive to tackle him. He gives it to Darragh Rooney. Leitrim recycling the ball. There's a little bit of space over here now for Shane Quinn. He's going to strike one off the left. He's off the edge of the D. What a shot from Shane Quinn! And a now 1-6, Laois 6 points.
Magnificent score. And here, look at this is the first time we've stepped off them for a few moments there, and Laois get the quick kick out. When Leitrim push up on the kick out, Laois are in all sorts of bother. They've lost every kick out when Leitrim push up on them.
Absolutely brilliant score indeed from Shane Quinn, and it's 1 goal and 6 to 6 points now at the minute here in Advent Money Park. Sean McGill with the stopwatch telling us that we played 26 and a half minutes. Every trick in the book maybe is going to be used on a day like this when it's so much at stake between the two teams. But in any case, the ball has been won here by Leitrim, and they're going on the attack straight away, right at the start of the second half. A great run being made here by Pierce Dolan. Oh, what a goal! Pierce Dolan, a storming run right from the throw end, and he finished the ball into the back of the net. That's an incredible start to the second half.
Oh, what a rocket of a goal. I mean, he made that run from all of 60 yards there as the ball broke to him in the middle of the park. Keith Byrne peeled away looking for the ball, but he also, when Keith peeled away, he drew a defender out of the way. And, you know, Pierce Dolan had the confidence to go and rattle that ball from all of about 18 yards, hit the butt of the post as it went in. What a goal.
What a goal, and that now makes the scoreline 2 goals and 8 points to 9 points. What a start for Leitrim at the start of the second half, toward the half, and the referee is telling everybody get away, and he throws in the ball. Whirlwind start to the second period of play. Ball is thrown in, a breaking ball here, and it's going to favour the O'Moore County. They're trying to recycle the ball into Mark Timmins, but Leitrim again, who are playing so well here, each and every one of them, but the referee, and that's going to be a free out for Leitrim. Martin McGowan, this one is coming nicely into the boil now at this stage.
It certainly is, and on that occasion it was a foul on Dara Rooney, but there's Leitrim on the attack again. Mark Plunkett with a good ball into Evan Sweeney.
Lovely ball inside there towards Evan Sweeney again. Sweeney goes to ground on the wet pitch, but he gets up quickly. He looks around him, he looks to see what support is available for him there. Evan Sweeney kicks the ball back in field towards Paul Keeney. Paul Keeney close to the sideline, and
he's roughly about 35 metres out on the sideline. Keith goes short with it.
Goes short with it this time. It was even too audacious a one for Keith Byrne to take on. He gives it back to Donald Flynn, goes way back into his own half of the field. Nevin Maguire, the Leitrim goalkeeper, is 45 metres out from his own goal, but the ball has been kicked by Mark Diffley across to Conor Reynolds, who's going to have to go back a few feet inside the 45, close to the sideline, and gives the ball to Nevin O'Donnell, who's outside the 21-metre line, and gives the ball to Mark Diffley. You know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I hate to see a goalkeeper coming out getting too much involved in the play like that with his last man back. But Neville O'Donnell, in fairness to him, he's nerves of steel out there, and the ball has been kicked in there towards the direction of Keith Byrne, in between the 21 and the 14-metre line, and close to the sideline on the far side of the field, the Laois side of the field, and Keith Byrne has kept it alive. He brings the ball back out to the 14-metre line here, takes on his marker, still Keith Byrne on the move. He's been pulled, it looked like, and dragged over there, but the referee doesn't agree. Robert Piggott is the player who goes back to win it for the Laois team, and they quickly now move the ball through to Mark Timmins. The centre half back gives it to the full back. He's Trevor Collins. Trevor Collins is 21 metres out from his own goal. It's 2 goals and 8 points for Leitrim. It's 9 points for Laois. This game would have huge permutations for the 4 teams chasing promotion at the top of the table, including Sligo, who sit on top of the table this afternoon. The ball has gone back to Scott Osborne. He's the Laois goalkeeper. Nothing he could have done about the 2 goals today. It's gone across now to the far side to Damien Larkin. Damo Larkin, as they call him in Laois. He brings the ball forward here, taking on the Leitrim opponent, who eventually lands it again. In fact, now they eventually take the free, and it comes back here towards Patrick O'Sullivan. Patrick O'Sullivan plays it down towards Mark Timmins. He's wearing number 6, just shy of halfway. Looks around and plays the ball. Leitrim's number 6, Donald Flynn, is up.
Laois are just getting a wee bit indisciplined there, John, and there's a quick ball in again to Evan Sweeney. And Evan Sweeney has the beating of Sean Green all day long here.
And Sean Green is coming a Laois ball, but still Sean Green is marking Evan Sweeney. And you know something, of all the analysts and statisticians and everything you have here with Gaelic football teams at the minute, and how they can't see that Evan Sweeney is winning that duel so comfortably in Laois is an absolute shock for me. But in any ways, Laois are coming forward here again. Brian Byrne brings the ball up to the 21-metre line now. Good play here from Laois. They've got Trevor Collins, the full back, up in the attack. Trevor Collins gives the ball back to Byrne again. Byrne goes down on the ground, looks to get support. Referee tells him, get on with it. Laois recycle possession. Back out it comes here towards Mick Barry on the far side. They can't get the shot away at the minute, Laois. Good disciplined defending from Leitrim as Lillis plays the ball inside. Lands 14 metres out from the Leitrim goal. They've got a chance here. The angle is acute. The ball comes in. Oh, that's a fine effort. Kicked in beautifully. And that was a wonderful score. 10 points to 2-8 now.
Yeah, look, Mark Barry has shown that he's very, very good off that left foot there. Whenever he gets the opportunity, you know, and there's the difference playing with the breeze, like, you know, and again, that's the Laois player clearly come in and push the Leitrim player to the ground.
But if you were applying the letter of the law, that's what should have happened. I'd agree with you, it would have been soft, but it still should have happened. Anyways, it's Patrick O'Sullivan who goes on the attack here from Laois. 45 metres out from the goal. He gives the ball to Brian Byrne again. Brian Byrne up towards the Leitrim 14-metre line now. Laois having the best spell spell of the second half so far. And Byrne is cutting in along the end line. Still it's Brian Byrne onto the right boot. In goes the shot from Brian Byrne, and that's gone in and gone.
He did in the first half.
Second football on the pitch. The Leitrim goalkeeper Neville O'Donnell gets rid of one of them, and he's about now to kick this ball out. He puts the two hands up in the air. That's obviously a signal to his colleagues out the field. He kicks the ball, wind assisted, goes well past halfway, bounces once and lands on the opposition 45-metre line. But back there to get it is Robert Piggott, the number 4, gives the ball to the aforementioned hand to take this now for Leitrim. Plays it in there towards the direction of Pierce Dolan, who did well to take that one. They'll have his card marked after that magnificent run and goal he got right at the start of the second half. Paul Keeney, low trajectory into Darragh Rooney on the pass, into Keith Byrne on the edge of the D. Ball knocked out of Keith Byrne's hands, and there come Laois again with Robert Piggott as they quickly move the ball through the channels here. Down towards Paul Kingston the ball goes. Laois on the attack now with Brian Byrne again, the man who kicked a lovely point just a couple of moments ago, into Evan O'Carroll, about to hit the opposition 20. Close enough to the position maybe from where the offence occurred. This is an elaborate looking run as he winds himself up and kicks the ball in, and it's a fine strike, and he's landed it in and out to 12 points.
And this has been the best period of play for Laois throughout the game. Obviously it's a great response to the Leitrim goal from Laois. So Leitrim still 2 points to the good, but they're having trouble with their kickouts now in a very big way.
Laois are getting it's almost deja vu, like what happened down in Ockram when they got the goal. Wicklow completely took over. They got the goal here at the start of the second half, and it's had the desired effect here on Laois.
Well, there's a player making a run right through the middle,
and he's picked him out as well, and it's Kevin Swanee who has it. Kevin Swanee tries to dance his way inside the Leitrim cover. Good block coming in, but the ball falls kindly for the Laois wing forward. Recycles it back over to the far side of the field, and they're cutting in now along the in line. Again, the player goes to ground, manages to get it back out of the shot. Dead right is the aggressor.
This is a situation that Leitrim have to get right now. We need to get possession from a kick out. We haven't done so for quite a while yet.
And again, a long kick out here. Donald Rinn can't get it. It's landed on the opposition 45-metre line, and Laois have it back again. Mark Timmins now in possession. Mark Timmins back to Robert Piggott.
I mean, the player was gone to ground there. The referee's after awarding a free. The player had gone to ground, and he had slipped, and the referee awarded him a free. Like, there's no two ways about it. Leitrim are getting a lot of handy frees now.
Now the Leitrim at the moment will be playing with the aid of that breeze in the second half, leading here by 2-8 to 13 points.
Ball to Laois. I don't know where he's going with that line ball, mind you.
Well, Noel Mooney, he'll not be getting too many Christmas cards maybe from across the border in Leitrim if he continues in this fashion as the way the game has been going. A lot of marginal decisions, to be fair to say, have gone the way of the visitors here today. They're on the attack at the moment. They're trailing by 1. Leitrim 2 goals and 8 points. Laois 13 points. Ball comes across to this near side of the field to Brian Byrne. Laois have certainly shown a true reflection of themselves here in the second half. They're a decent enough team. Damo Larkin has offloaded the ball outside him there to Owen Lowry. Some of the jersey numbers now becoming a little bit mud covered here as the second half progresses. The pitch beginning to cut up a little bit as well. Robert Piggott here in possession now for Laois. It could be a real war of attrition. The movement from the bench will be interesting to see. The likes of Tom Pryor, if players like that can come in. Leitrim have one possession back. Good play inside here again from them there. Shane Quinn was the man who was involved. It has gone down to Donald Rinn. Gets the ball inside the Laois 45-metre line. For once, Leitrim are going to attack now. And Donald Rinn tries to hop a ball. Last year, a game that the Sligo champions won, and Paul Keeney kicks a long diagonal, lobbing inside. And James inside there, and Keith Byrne had it, and one of the Laoismen went down to the ground, and the referee says a free out.
I just wonder if Keith Byrne had gone to ground, would the referee have given a penalty, because that happened in the big parallelogram, and the two players were sort of using their bodies against each other. The Laois player went to ground. It's just an awfully soft free.
An awfully soft free indeed, and Keith Byrne, in fairness to him, was doing everything right and tried to play it in a sporting manner. But anyways, it's Kevin Swanee who comes away with it here. Remember, we've got Donegal and Mayo coming up here on Ocean FM Sunday Sport as well. 2:45 the throw-in. A game like this would be an absolute disaster. And although Paul Keeney was playing well, I can see why the Leitrim management team made that decision.
Well, I suppose, the referee went to his notebook based on the information from the linesman early on.
Dangerous ball inside. Kingston has it. Kingston bearing in. Are the teams level? They certainly are. Paul Kingston has kicked the ball in and over the bar. Restored parity here at a crucial stage in the game, with the stopwatch telling us here at this stage, Martin, that we have into the second half, and at the moment here, you got to say this is looking good for Laois.
It certainly is. Scores are level though. This is where Leitrim's problems are all arising from, and there we go again. We're not winning that second ball now. That ball's been slipping around there, and thankfully Leitrim won it, but the kickouts are causing bother for Leitrim.
And they're certainly causing them a lot of problems. I don't know if you've timed it or not. My stopwatch seems to have packed in there for a few minutes, but in any case, it's Laois who are on the attack here, or on the defensive side of the field at the moment here. The ball has gone across to Sean Green. Sean Green switches it back over towards this near side of the field once again. The goalkeeper coming out. Scott Osborne in possession. Remember, the teams at the moment are level 0. Leitrim 2 goals and 8 points. Laois 14 points. Leitrim scored their second goal right at the start of the second half, but since then Laois have gained a firm grip of the match and they're on the attack here. The next score is going to be absolutely crucial. Possession again is from Laois. Remember, if they win this game, they will have a good chance of promotion, and it'll suit Sligo as well. They'll be gone up. The ball is played over towards the far side of the field. Could this be the lead score for Laois? The ball is kicked in from an acute angle, in and over the bar, and the turnaround is come.
Is because the Laois player spilled it actually into the Leitrim player's hands. So right now at this moment in time, getting our hands on the ball is key, and I see Tom Pryor warming up and ready to come on here now again for Leitrim. So another good introduction for Leitrim, but again we have to get our hands on that ball.
I'd estimate somewhere maybe in the region of about 16 minutes played here in the second half of the minute as Leitrim get the ball down here towards Keith Byrne. They need something from him. He gives it to Evan Sweeney. It's 2v2 if Sweeney can get it back to Byrne. Evan Sweeney has it. He's been boxed in now at this stage. Manages to play the ball back outside to Mark Plunkett. Mark Plunkett here 45 metres out from goal. Gives the ball outside him there to Pierce Dolan. The Ahowillan men. Pierce Dolan bringing it forward. Still Pierce Dolan moving up towards the 21-metre line. Got the pass away. Donald Rinn has been moving in and out from that position all afternoon. Ball again there with Shane Quinn. Leitrim need to get it across to this near side of the field. Now the run has been made here by Conor Reynolds, but it's an aimless enough ball inside there. But Paddy Maguire does well to retrieve the situation. Back to Darren Rooney. Rooney decides to shoot from distance, but it drops short into the grateful arms of Scott Osborne, and there was nobody inside there for Leitrim, so they had to take the shot. Laois leading by 15 points to 2 goals and 8 now at this stage. Tom Pryor being warmed up on the sideline. He'll be coming in shortly. Patrick O'Sullivan now moving it for Laois. Leitrim need an impact on the bench. Jack Heslin has come in for Paul Keeney. The ball has been kicked long and direct over towards the far side of the field. The sideline, and it's a sideline ball for Leitrim way over on the far side of the field. Donald Flynn in possession now. Leitrim need to get something going here. A little bit of impetus into the attack, attacking into the field again. The ball is kicked down towards Donald Rinn, but Robert Piggott is there to take it, and the Laois man comes away and Donald Rinn fouls him.
Laois on the halfway line nearly.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one indeed for them, and right now it's going to be possibilities here for Laois again. They'll be looking to see if they can manage this out. Just a one defeat for them so far. That came against Wicklow down in O'Moore Park, which was a little bit of a surprising result indeed for them. Sean Green is now coming forward. He kicks the ball in there again, and Paddy Maguire goes out to half volley it away. Good play from Paddy Maguire. Gets it down to Jack Heslin, who's on the field now for Leitrim, introduced as the second half sub by Andy Moore and the Leitrim management team. Tom Pryor is going through a vigorous warm-up campaign as well. Lovely take
like that, and again it's the Robert Piggott that's picking up Keith Byrne, and Keith just pops that ball over the bar.
Much level pegging again as we go into the final stretch of this game here. We're estimating maybe somewhere in the region of about 20 minutes played here in the second half. Kick out taken once again there by the Laois goalkeeper, and that's Scott Osborne. Asked the preview to be taken in the correct position, and he was a little bit over anxious there and over fussy, but anyways, play continues. Rooney again has switched it over there to the far side. Heslin is on the field now. Donald Flynn kicks the ball in left footed. Lovely diagonal ball across here, and Keith Byrne again is the target.
You know, he scored a point, set up a goal, set up another couple of scores, but he's been a real thorn in Laois' side all day long. They're a slack little piece of play from Leitrim, allowing
Laois to have it, and they're coming on the attack here again. Kerwin, the man who came in as a sub there, number 2, gets a yellow card. Next week, Sligo Leitrim. Will it be a winner takes all encounter? The ball has got in there towards Barry, the corner forward again there has it. Mark Barry, the corner forward for Laois, inside the Leitrim 14-metre line. He's got a little bit of space. That's all he needs to get the shot away in the course of Mark Barry.
You know, it's something that Leitrim are going to have a serious look at there. I'm not quite sure who's picking him up at the moment, but you know, he really has been, as much as Evan Sweeney was a thorn.
Barry is the same at the other end.
Absolutely, and there's a good take in the middle of the park for Leitrim.
Yeah, and a mighty catch indeed in the middle of the park, and they muck the ball out towards Darren Rooney, who's been one of the key performers for Leitrim throughout the game here today. Now they're working the ball back to Darren Rooney again, well inside the 45-metre line. Still Rooney, he's been fouled. Referee has got the hand up. Well, maybe he's just telling him to go away and go back up to the field or whatever. We'll keep an eye on that.
Barry McNulty is coming on as well.
It's coming on as well for number 10, Darren Rooney. Darren Rooney. Those are the changes. I was just thinking we've seen the number 17 on, and he's got the ball now and he gives it to the number 7, who's James Rooney. And James Rooney gives it outside him, and here's an opportunity for Jack Heslin, heading to the mother and father of all conclusions of the league next Sunday, Martin.
Oh yeah, well look, there's a long way to go yet now, and we have to there's a push in the back, and it's an opportunity for Leitrim, but I mean I mean, that fella's after stealing about 15-20 yards with
2 goals and 12 to 16 points in the minute. Leitrim by 2 here.
Tackle a man by targeting the ball. I don't know how you're not supposed to give away.
It's over as a contact sport if you can't. In any case, here comes Kingston, and as we anticipated and expected, he was going to tap that one in and over the bar all afternoon long. Some scoring tally he's got today as well, Martin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the now score is 2-12 to 17 points now.
12 to 17, just one between the teams here again. 2-12, a total of 18. Laois 17, and of course all the time Sligo will be listening on anxiously to this. They'll be following it in Wicklow as well to see how it's going, and the kick out is going to come here from Nevin O'Donnell. He's the Leitrim goalkeeper, lands the ball in there. Leitrim
faced the break. The Laois player tried to push his way by him. Connor stood his ground, and that's what the free was for. It wasn't for anything else.
And Robert Pickett has kicked another ball in there, but a nameless one is a little bit of poetic justice, and Leitrim have managed there to win the ball back there as well. So they've managed to play it. Adam Reynolds, one of the players wearing number 18. There's some more movement going on down in the dugout. Connor Farrell could be coming in for the last few minutes as well for Leitrim. He's got the tracksuit top off at the minute. Now Leitrim are on the attack, the Allianz League, but they have 2 home games, and it was probably always going to come down to this at some stage. Ball has been kicked across there over to the far side of the field. Let's see what the Leitrim forward line can do here late on in the game. They're working the ball back out towards the direction once again of Keith Byrne. Keith Byrne gets it out to the left, gets the shot away, and it comes back off the upright and goes wide, and it's going to be a kick out there. The Laois goalkeeper Scott Osborne in a terrible hurry now to take the kick out, goes short with it and finds Brian Byrne, who has been doing well between defence and attack all afternoon. Brian Byrne just shy of the 45-metre line, hits the man-made mountain. That's Donald Wynn. Now what could Donald Wynn have done there? He stood his ground, and the referee has given a free to the Laois man.
Oh, this referee is I mean, we've seen a couple of very fussy referees, and to be fair, they've been all from 100% correct. He stood up strong. Now there's another score. That's the 7th point for Paul King.
Scoring at the moment, Leitrim and Laois are level here in Advant Money Park, Sean McGiberton now. So that'll tell you there's going to be a hell of a lot to play for. Well taken ball by Leitrim, and the referee has a free in, Martin.
I thought he actually put up his foot to block that ball.
Well,
you know.
Here we go. In any case, they've got away with it. Now they're on the move here again. Ball played inside there to Conor Reynolds for Leitrim, pushing up here onto the 45-metre line. It's a game that Leitrim have to win here. Remember, this afternoon, I don't think a draw would do them any good. Ball is kicked inside there, in over the.
So Leitrim have pushed up on this kick out again. This is much better now.
I reckon we're about 30 minutes or so into the second half now. At this stage, the kick out is going to be taken again by Scott Osborne. In it goes there. Leitrim had pushed up and forced them into the middle. They've got possession now. They've got a ball going inside there that just about walks out for Leitrim. Comes inside there towards Barry McNulty. He's the man wearing number 17 that has come in. Plays the ball outside him to James Rooney. Still is Rooney in possession. Looks around. Plays the ball across. A couple of runners coming onto it here for Leitrim. One of them who gathers the ball inside there was Shane Quinn. Shane Quinn to Keith Byrne. Quinn will continue with the run. There's a chance here now for Shane Quinn. He winds himself up. He shoots, but it drops into the goalkeeper's arms again. Second or third time that has happened in the game. It remains 2-12 to 18 points. Racing to keep it alive over there is Jack. Kick. There's a hush of silence. Keith Byrne. He's going to have a go ahead, but it's one that's going to be a kind of a Gary Owen one. Dangerous one nonetheless. Is going to stay in play. And the Cavalman looks as if, or the Laois man looks as if he was climbing there as he was going up for that one, but the ball breaks instead there for Padraig Kerwin. Padraig Kerwin, the man who was picked up a yellow card after coming on. The ball has gone back to Scott Osborne again. The Laois goalkeeper is bringing the ball out. 2-12 to 18 points the scoreline. It couldn't be closer. Leitrim's promotion hopes are hanging very much in the balance on the result of this game. Laois likewise, they're coming forward here again, and the ball has gone out there to Trevor Collins, who gives it to Brian Byrne. Brian Byrne going past halfway. Farrell is in front of him. He offloads the ball to Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry plays it in over the top, and the run being made forward.
I think he has. I thought Shane Quinn had been booked earlier, yeah.
Well, let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a yellow card and a red card.
And a red card, and Shane Quinn, the other line is going to be kicked by Evan O'Carroll this time. Evan O'Carroll off the deck. It looks as if it's going out wide. If it even goes wide, no, it's kept in play by one of the Laois men, but it comes to Nevin O'Donnell. The goalkeeper has it now for Leitrim. Nevin O'Donnell, outfield player, gives it back to Mark Diffley. It's that kamikaze type football that I mentioned a little bit earlier on, and Leitrim still are finding it very difficult to work the ball out here from their own half of the field. James Rooney was back there. Eventually the breakaway, and they landed 45 metres out from goal now. Conor Reynolds was one of the players there in possession. They've got to turn it from back to front here quickly, Leitrim, and see if they can get another score. They're up as far as halfway, and they've clearly been running repairs. Meanwhile, it should be a free for Leitrim in the middle of the field. They go back into their own half. 2 goals and 12 points to 18 points the scoreline here at the moment. Mark Diffley brings the ball forward here for Laois. Mark Diffley plays it outside beside him there towards Jack Heslin. Jack Heslin on the far side of the field, cuts inside the 45-metre line. Still Jack Heslin on the move here, onto the right boot, but again it's one of those kind of Gary Owen shots that's going to drop about 14 metres out from the goal. Who's going to get the ball? Rooney is under the breaking ball there for Leitrim. He did well to get it. There's three Leishman dragging around him, and he manages to release the ball. Leitrim are looking for a free. Comes to McNulty, they're looking for a free again, not coming from the referee, but they've kicked the ball into space here. An opportunity for Mark Plunkett. And goes the shot from Mark Plunkett. It's gone over!
Off the outside of his boot. It's a magnificent kick from Mark Plunkett. We've seen a great one in the first half from Mark Plunkett. That's equally as good or nearly more important in a lot of ways. But now Leitrim, odd steps there.
By the Leishman coming out, we thought, and the crowd are looking for it as well, but the referee says play to continue. 2:13 to 18 points. Here come Laois coming forward now with Trevor Collins. What a game going on here at the moment. The ball is played to Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry is continuing on to take the return. It looked like a throw pass. He got away with it. Still Laois have it. Still there's a chance. In goes the shot from Kingston, and it comes off the crossbar, and it's come back down to a Leishman. It's the full forward Evan O'Carroll who turns.
It hasn't been helped by the referee, if I'm being brutally honest.
He's destroyed it.
I don't like being critical of referees because they have the most difficult job to do, and on a day like today where the ball is slipping and sliding all over the place, it makes his job that much more difficult. But there seems to have been just enough. Keith Byrne, what a take in the middle.
What a take.
Leitrim have been over here.
Absolutely brilliant take indeed from they got the ball inside here to Jack Heslin. Jack Heslin to Jordan Wynn was diving in there. The goalkeeper here for a Laois win, but Keith Byrne lost his footing as he was kicking that one. It's going to drop short of the 45.
45 again.
It's another 45. 2:45. Here comes Keith Byrne. He'd strike it off the right boot again. He loses his footing, but this one's a better one, and again it's boxed away. And that's
45 again.
Ronald is on the edge of the D, looking on like everybody else. Keith kicks the ball in, and this time it goes. To 18 points.
1-8 for Keith Byrne. There's a dangerous
kick out, and there's our scrum beginning now in the middle of the field. Now we can't use the phrase on at the end of the second half here, and I presume we're into those 4 minutes now with the impact players. Remember, Leitrim have only 13 men on the field. Laois have 15. The kick out has gone short, and it's gone to Sean Green. Andy Moran is calling to the referee, wondering how much more time is going to be left on. He wants somebody to come across here and track him. Keith Byrne is caught in 2 miles. He doesn't know whether to stick or twist, and it's still going to be the Sean Green, who's up now to the Leitrim 21-metre line. Now there's plenty of cover there. Sean Green playing the ball back outside him. It's going to be a diagonal ball going in around the goal mouth. Could hop anywhere. It's like a ping pong machine inside there. Laois have it. An opportunity for Laois here right at the depth, but they're giving the ball to Keith